Russian Mafia and the Olympics. Bribing judges for figure skating gold, Salt Lake City 2002. What if an Olympic gold medal wasn't won on ice, but bought in whispers? What if the most important performance in Salt Lake City happened not under the spotlights, but in hotel lobbies, phone calls, and backroom promises? Because in 2002, the world watched figure skaters fly. But behind the grace, some people say the real choreography was corruption. And the most chilling part? The scandal didn't just embarrass the Olympics, it rewired the sport forever. Chapter 1, the night the gold split in two. The venue was roaring. Cameras were ready for a clean ending. In pairs figure skating at the 2002 Winter Olympics, Elena Berezhnaya and Anton Sikharulidze, Russia, faced Jamie Salé and David Pelletier, Canada. The performance debate ignited instantly, and when the judge's decision went Russia's way, outrage exploded in real time. Then came the unprecedented twist. 2 gold medals were awarded. The Canadians were given a duplicate gold, sharing the top step with the Russians. 2 golds, 1 event, a public bandage on a private wound. And that's when the questions turned ugly. Chapter 2, the French judge who broke. Suspicion locked onto one person fast, the French judge, Marie-Reine Le Gougne. Reports and later accounts describe her as distraught afterward, with allegations that she had been pressured by Didier Gailhague, then head of the French Skating Federation, to vote for the Russian pair. The International Skating Union, ISU, eventually suspended Le Gougne and Gailhague for their roles, stating she threw her vote and he pressured her, and barred them from the 2006 Games. But here's where the ice turns thin. The scandal wasn't treated like a lone judge having a moment. It started to look like a transaction. A vote for a vote. Chapter 3, the alleged trade. A theory took hold that the pair's result was linked to ice dance, where French team Marina Anasina and Gwendal Peizerat were medal contenders. The allegation: a deal existed, a vote swap across events, a quiet bargain dressed in national pride. Not everyone agreed. Some officials disputed evidence of Russian involvement, even as the ISU punished the French officials. But then a new character walked onto the stage, and the story turned from federation politics into something darker. Chapter 4, enter Taiwan chick. In late July 2002, U.S. prosecutors filed a complaint alleging that an organized crime figure, Alimzhan Tokhtakhounov, masterminded a scheme to bribe or influence officials and help fix outcomes connected to the scandal. Media described him as a reputed mob figure, and U.S. authorities charged him with conspiracy counts related to bribery and wire fraud tied to sporting contests. This is the moment the story's genre changes, because bad judging is one thing, but when prosecutors and major outlets start using words like organized crime, the implication is that this wasn't just about national favoritism, it was about control. If you like stories where the truth hides behind ceremony and spotlight, tap like and subscribe to Behind the Veil Truths. We don't just watch the event, we investigate who wrote the script. Chapter 5, why would a mobster care about skating? According to reporting on the U.S. allegations, the claimed motive wasn't love of sport. It was leverage, favors, and self-interest. One set of allegations suggested he wanted to curry favor with French officials to help with a visa issue. Other reporting raised the possibility of gambling angles and broader fixing concerns. And now the question becomes poisonous. If figure skating could be manipulated, what else could be? Chapter 6, a man arrested. Then the trail goes cold. Tokhtakhounov was arrested in Italy in 2002 on U.S. charges, but extradition efforts failed and he ultimately remained out of U.S. custody. Years later, U.S. authorities continued to describe him as tied to Russian organized crime networks. The U.S. Treasury later referenced that he had been indicted in relation to bribery during the 2002 Winter Olympics. Tokhtakhounov has denied wrongdoing in public reporting. So what does that leave us with? A scandal that publicly ended, but never truly resolved. Because the deeper story is not just whether a judge was pressured, it's that the Olympics are an irresistible target. Prestige, money, national pride, global attention, and a judging system that, at the time, relied heavily on subjective marks. Each sentence can be long if the input requires it, but must not exceed 30 words. If a sentence is longer, split it into 2 or more natural sentences without altering the content. Chapter 7, the scandal that rebuilt a sport. After Salt Lake City, figure skating's scoring system was overhauled. The 60 system was replaced by a new judging system aimed at reducing subjectivity and improving transparency. That is the loudest proof the sport could offer that something was broken. When a system changes, it's usually because someone realized the old system could be exploited. Final chapter, the question still on the ice. So here's what we know cleanly. The 2002 pair's judging decision sparked a massive scandal and resulted in dual gold medals. The ISU suspended key French officials involved in the controversy. U.S. prosecutors alleged an organized crime figure helped orchestrate bribery-related schemes tied to Olympic figure skating. The accused has denied wrongdoing, and the legal end state never delivered a neat public verdict the way people wanted. And the sport changed its scoring system in the aftermath. But the real mystery is the one that keeps crawling back. Was Salt Lake City a one-off scandal, or a glimpse of a system that could be bought? If you want episode 2, where we trace how thieves in law networks allegedly intersect with money, influence, and global events, subscribe to Behind the Veil Truths. What do you think? Was this simply Federation pressure in politics or something darker? Do you believe the vote swap theory, or was it just judging subjectivity? And if the Olympics can be influenced in judged sports, which event do you suspect could be next? Drop your theory below.